everyone, I'm Tony.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome back to our channel, Changemakers.
Guys, we wanted to start off the year on a good footing, right? Wanted to be very transparent and honest with you guys. Could really appreciate your views and follows and likes. So, it's confession time.
Dun dun dun!
We're going to talk about our biggest money mistakes.
Or financial regrets.
Yes.
So, I'm going to start.
Yeah.
I've said it before to the channel and our subscribers that I bought my first apartment when, in my early 20s when I was living in New York. And you know that I live in Jamaica now. So at the time, I was like, what am I going to do with my apartment? So I said to myself, obviously, I'm going to sell it. Because a friend had suggested renting it out. And I was like, but no, I can't do that. You know? And so I sold the apartment and came home. And years later, I won't tell you how many years, but years later, you know, in the US, you can look up the price of the property. And me and my girlfriend, we looked it up. And Jamie, I had a minor heart attack because the value had appreciated so much.
Wow.
And I was like, what if I still had that apartment today?
Yeah.
You know? And the honest truth is, right, that Jamie knows the apartment was in Brooklyn. Yay, BK. Not like upscale Brooklyn, like on the fence Brooklyn. So it was down the street from a meth lab, people. And honestly, the last time I went to visit, there was now a Starbucks on the corner and cafes.
Upgraded.
Totally upgraded. So you know what kind of money we're talking about. And you know, when I think back and I look back, I'm like, wow, why did I sell that? But honestly, it was fear. I was fearful of being a landlord at that young age. I was fearful of the responsibility. I was fearful that I'd have to put a lot of money into it. And at the time, I was very conservative, right? So I was a good saver, but really conservative. I didn't want to lose any money, right? If I lose $1, like, you know, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And that was not the right approach to take when you're young, in your
20s,
investing.
yeah.
Yes, in your 20s, you can take more risk. And I should have taken that greater risk at the time. And so also one of the lessons I learned is when you're scared of a situation, you know, be it in your finances, just get research, get information.
Get the information.
Information will give you the confidence to know if you're making the right decision. So I could have looked up property managers to find out their services and how much they cost. I could have asked family or friends.
Yeah.
So information is definitely power.
And me up there to do it.
Yes. And you know, never let fear hold you back, because honestly, all of those, the reason I didn't do it was complete fear. Not here.
Okay, well, also something that, you know, I guess I've been transparent with about as well is making wrong financial decisions in my 20s in regards to not saving. So Tony was talking about she saved a lot. I didn't save at all. And I have a lot of friends in their 20s, and they talk about, you know, when I ask them about their goals, they all want to own a home, you know, start a family, and it's all happening in their 30s. And I found that so surprising. So I said, well, if you want to achieve all these things in your 30s, you have to start in your 20s. You know, they tend to, you know, glorify this time in your 20s to just enjoy life and make all these, use the time to make the mistakes and, yes, enjoy life, but not at the sacrifice of saving and preparing for the things that you want in your 30s.
Right.
So even in my 20s, you know, I had, you know, was building another business as well as working for persons, and, you know, just even the little income that I was getting from my own business, I really should have been putting aside just a little. Sometimes it felt too little to put aside anything, but it's really the discipline that you just want to instill of putting aside money every month. When the wealth comes, then it will become like second nature to you.
Exactly.
And that's when you really can, make these hefty savings and investments, but you're doing it even with the little that you had. So that was my biggest regret, really not just utilizing the fact that I didn't have a lot of responsibility in my 20s, which usually in your 20s you don't have dependents.
Right.
You maybe not paying any rent or mortgage, maybe you're living at home, especially in Jamaica, because we tend to live with our parents still even in our 20s. So really take advantage of that time.
Yes.
And use that extra disposable income and prepare for the 30s when say when 30 hit now, you can upgrade a car while your friend them scraping now to try and pressuring themselves to try own a home and start a family. You would have already been good because you were already prepared for it. So that was my biggest mistake. So I want you guys to really learn from our mistakes. You have, as Tony said, you have the tools. You have Changemakers. You have guides that we didn't have in our 20s. Just take advantage of it. We used to have to sit down and read through the books.
Yes.
You have audiobooks, go on Amazon, buy up some audiobooks on personal finance.
So,
yes,
it's important that we learn from each other as well. We must share our stories. We've come out of the closet.
Yeah, so we want to hear from you guys too.
Yes.
Comment under the video. Let us know what your biggest money mistakes have been and
let
lessons
other people
learned
let other
from
people
it.
see it so that they can learn as well. Iron sharpen iron. So it's it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
So like, share, and
And
subscribe
subscribe
to our channel and follow us on Instagram at changemakers.30.
Thanks everyone. See you next time.